Looks like we're both class reps now. Let's do our best.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Right off the bat, our homeroom teacher decides that the first two in the roll call become class reps. Wish they'd asked us first.
Are you nervous by any chance?
Yeah, kinda. It's also new.
Me too. Let's work hard together, okay?
Just entering high school, I, Kento Aihara, felt pretty good when my classmate, Yuka Ida, struck up a friendly conversation with me. Being a class rep might be a bit of a hassle, but if it's with Yuka, maybe I'm actually a bit happy about it. She seems kind, and she's definitely cute. At that moment, I was still riding high on excitement. After school that day, our job as class reps began. Our task was to assist with the teacher's work.
Huh?
Whoa!
It suddenly went dark.
Of course it did. You pressed the power button. All the data we entered could be gone.
What do we do?
Okay, I think to go to the last backup, I'll figure something out.
Thank you, Kento. You're so reliable.
Somehow, I managed to restore the data. Hey, do you know where the paper we borrowed from the teacher that was on this desk went?
Nope. I cut 2 sheets of paper.
This paper? This is the paper we borrowed from the teacher. We have to return it. What do we do?
Sorry.
No choice then. We gotta apologize to the teacher, honestly. I'll apologize with you.
But it's not your fault, Kento. That's not fair.
It's fine. We're in this class rep thing together.
Sorry, Kento. You're really kind.
But after we both went to apologize to the teacher...
As an apology, could you guys split these documents into enough copies for everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, great. More extra work.
Kento, I'm really sorry.
Yeah. It's okay. Don't worry about it.
Kento, you're so nice.
When Yuka apologizes so cutely like this, I can't help but forgive her. Even though I internally think she's a handful, we're both class reps. It's annoying, but I can't just leave it be, so it couldn't be helped. For the next few days, after school was all about class rep duties.
Oh no! My mechanical pencil rolled into the gap between the locker and the wall. And I really like that pencil too.
Honestly, I thought not again. But seeing her almost in tears made me feel like I had to do something. In the end, I found a long ruler and struggled to retrieve the pencil for her.
Thank you! I'm so relieved, Kento. You're really kind.
Not really.
I'm such a klutz, right? But Kento, you've always covered for me kindly. I'm glad we're class reps together. Let's keep it up, okay?
Yeah, sure. Yuka was the complete opposite of my first impression. A total klutz, as if picked straight out of a scrapyard. But somehow, I do feel like it's brought us closer. And just as we were getting the class rep duties under control...
Hey, Kento. Make me your girlfriend.
Me?
Because you're really kind, Kento. You always notice me, and I've ended up liking you.
But wait! We've just started school, right? It's too sudden to say something like that.
It's not sudden. I've liked you since we first started doing the class rep work together. Is it no good with me?
It's not that it's no good, but...
So, will you go out with me?
Yeah.
Really?
Whoa! Our hands touched.
I'm so happy!
Yuka is really cute and a great girl. I'm not usually good with girls, but being with Yuka, I don't feel nervous anymore. Being together felt comfortable. I totally forgot she said she's a klutz. But even after we started dating, Yuka was still her usual klutzy self.
Oh, I forgot my lunch, Kento. What should I do?
Guess there's no helping it. I'll share mine with you. Then, another day...
Oh, it's Thursday today. I accidentally brought textbooks for Friday's schedule.
Then, let's share textbooks for the subjects you forgot.
Kento, you're so kind. Thank you always. I love you.
Becoming her boyfriend made me feel like my responsibility to support Yuka outweighed any inconvenience. I found myself getting more and more into her. But it wasn't just me who was troubled by Yuka's klutziness.
Hey, Kento! Yuka was supposed to carry the materials for the next class, but she didn't do it! Can you do it instead? You're her boyfriend, right?
Me?
Yuka went off somewhere!
She went to buy bread at the store.
I lent Yuka my textbook, but she hasn't returned it. I need it for my next class. Can I borrow yours?
Do I have to do that too? Now everyone knows about Yuka's klutziness, and that I always cover for her. So they've started dumping her cleanup on me.
I'm really sorry. The more I try to be careful, the more of a klutz I become.
Can't you try to be a bit more careful and get it right?
I'm sorry for causing you trouble, Kento.
All right then, let's try to improve little by little, okay?
Yes, I'll try not to be a burden on you, Kento.
Because I love Yuka, I can't help but be soft on her. But honestly, I'm getting pretty tired of being swept up in Yuka's klutziness. So one day...
Kento, your drawing won a prize!
What? Really?
Kento, that's amazing!
You'll be recognized at the school assembly this morning, so be ready for that.
I can't believe my drawing won, but I'm so happy. It gives me confidence.
Congratulations, Kento. I'm so happy for you.
Thanks, Yuka. It was a happy moment celebrating together. But then...
Yikes!
Whoa! The bottle of coffee Yuka brought to celebrate with me spilled on my uniform the moment she opened it. You've gotta be kidding. And I'm about to be recognized in front of the whole school.
Sorry, Kento.
There's no time. I'll have to go to the assembly like this. Yuka's blunder left me feeling frustrated, but I kept my emotions in check. At the school assembly, I was recognized on stage by the principal. I could hear snickering, probably because of the coffee stain.
What happened to your uniform? It's a shame on such a big day.
I'm sorry. It's not my fault. I'm so embarrassed. It's all because Yuka keeps messing up. I'm so over this. My frustration reached its peak.
Congratulations, Kento.
The recognition was ruined because of you.
I'm so sorry.
I was laughed at by everyone, and even the principal was disappointed. It was so embarrassing. Yuka, you always say sorry, but nothing ever changes. I've had enough of cleaning up your messes.
You're right. I'm just a klutz and a hassle to deal with.
I'm done! Overwhelmed by embarrassment, I lashed out at Yuka. She must have been hurt by my words, but I was also sad and didn't know where to put my feelings. From the next day, Yuka stopped coming to school. I tried contacting her through a chat app, but she never read my messages.
Hey, I can't get in touch with Yuka at all. Maybe she's sick? Could she be in the hospital or something?
Hospital?
Just a possibility.
I'll go check on her at her house after school today.
Thanks, please do.
I couldn't help but worry if Yuka had suddenly disappeared like that girl from kindergarten. After school, I visited Yuka's house. This is awkward. I need to say something. I was worried because Yuka has been missing school and I couldn't get in touch.
I'm sorry, I couldn't find my phone at home. And I'm sorry for always causing you trouble.
You don't seem to be sick. I guess my harsh words yesterday made it hard for you to go to school, right?
I'm sorry.
I knew you were a bit of a klutz when I decided to date you. I'm sorry for hurting you. But we've both apologized now, so let's make up.
Yeah.
After a while, Yuka's mom came in with some tea and snacks.
I often hear about you from Yuka. What's your first name?
I'm Kento Aihara.
Could you be the Kento Aihara who went to Futaba Kindergarten?
Yeah, that's me.
What a coincidence. Yuka used to say she'd marry Kento Aihara from kindergarten. You both used to call each other Ken-chan and Yu-chan.
What? Yuka was the Yu-chan from kindergarten?
Kento, you were the Ken-chan from back then? No way! I've always been curious about that time, actually.
As Yuka and I were shocked, her mom shared the detailed story and faint memories started coming back to me.
Yu-chan, will you marry me when we grow up? Sure. Yuka loves Ken-chan too. Really? Then let's have a wedding ceremony tomorrow and invite everyone. Yeah, it's a promise.
My first love was a girl in my class named Yu-chan. She was a cute girl, but always a bit off in her own world. Looking back, she was a lot like Yuka. But the next day, Yu-chan didn't come to kindergarten.
Yu-chan didn't come. Kento, did she stand you up? Stood up. But Yu-chan and I made a promise. Why didn't she come?
And then Yu-chan never showed up at a kindergarten again. That's why I was worried when Yuka stopped coming to school, thinking she might suddenly disappear just like that girl from kindergarten.
Actually, on the day Yuka said she'd have a wedding, her grandma living out of town fell ill, and Yuka had to rush to the hospital. Fortunately, her grandma's life wasn't in danger, but Yuka ended up living with her grandma for a while since her hospital stay was extended, and we had to transfer Yuka to another kindergarten. I've always felt bad that Yuka couldn't properly say goodbye to her kindergarten friends. Mom, it's okay. You had a tough time. Sorry, and thank you.
After saying that, Yuka's mom, perhaps to give us space, left the room.
In the end, you and I must have been connected by the thread of fate, huh?
After all this time, to meet Yuka again and fall for each other? Maybe Yuka is my destined partner. Crazy. Thinking about it, maybe it means Yuka needs me, and I need Yuka.
It's weird for me to say this, always being a klutz and causing trouble for Kento. But maybe that's true. Hey Kento, do you remember our promise from that time?
You mean the marriage promise from kindergarten?
Yes.
I remember.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm so happy.
Whoa! Huh? Yuka, there's something under the bed.
Maybe it's my cell phone.
I reached under the bed and pulled out the cell phone.
Wow, there are so many messages from you. I'm sorry, Kento. I really need to get it together.
You're still as klutzy as ever. Looks like I really need to be there for you. But I love you, klutziness and all.
Let's always be together. Hey, when should we have our wedding?
Maybe after your klutziness is cured.
Does that mean never? You said you loved me, klutziness included, didn't you?
Maybe it'll balance out if I become a klutz too.
Then I'll support you.
That's not likely, is it? Basking in the happiness of our fateful reunion, we were enveloped in joy.